Welcome back to Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. I'm Rosa.
And I'm still Sharyn.
Each week, we all come to you with a topic, and Sharyn and I discuss it. But this week, I kind of feel personally attacked. But before we get into the topic...
Hold on. Wait a minute. Who's feeling attacked?
I do. Sharyn came up with today's discussion, so I just kind of feel a little
Sharyn usually
attacked.
does come up with it. No, really. I think
No,
we're
you
about
probably
50
do.
Yeah.
No. Most of the time you do.
Yeah.
But anywho, before we get into today's title, we have to do our shout-outs.
Shout-outs.
To do our shout-outs. So, today...
Why are you so silly today?
I don't know. Yeah, I had a good weekend. Even though I worked, I still had a good weekend.
Because we spent time together, but we'll talk more about that later.
Yeah, right. Today's shout-out goes to Missy W. Thank you for all of your comments. We have read each and every one of them, and thank you.
Yeah.
They've really been helpful, and thank you for sharing too.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
Also Kathy with an I, R. Kathy R. Thank you, and we've actually read your comments as well, and thank you for being a subscriber, for sharing our videos, and for telling others to subscribe.
Yes. Yes.
Last but not least, today is Love Life. Thank you for being a subscriber and sharing our videos as well.
Yeah.
And again, we appreciate all of our subscribers, because without you all,
we wouldn't be able to do this.
Yeah,
we couldn't do
it
this.
wouldn't really be a Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. But thank you for allowing us to grow. Mm-hmm. And speaking of growing, we said that when we get to our 800th subscribers, that we were going to do something fun and something different for you all. Mm-hmm. So we are going to go live.
Are we? We're going live.
We're gonna go live. Give you all a chance to
see
us live. Ask questions. I guess you can ask questions when you're live.
Yeah.
I've never really been live, so we'll figure it out though. But yeah. So once we hit 800, we'll announce what day we're gonna go live, and we would like for you all to tune in. Now, when Sharyn and I originally tape, it's normally on a Sunday, so we don't know if we'll go live on the same day and time. But we'll definitely figure that out and try to fit you all in, because I know some of you are on the East Coast, some of you are way on a different continent.
Well, not that we need to make the decision now, but because we release a new video Wednesday mornings, right?
Right.
Why can't we? I know you got to work and
right, but that's what I'm saying. It may still be the weekend, just so most people can get in there as much as possible. So we'll see. We'll let you all know, and we'll keep you all updated on that. So.
Right, but if you're listening, and you are, so how near are we to that goal? We're up to like 783, 785.
Yeah, we're very close. So it could happen in the next week.
It's
we
coming.
Can make the announcement, or like I said, next month. You never know.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Sometimes it's a slow process.
Wonderful.
So what are we talking about today? Today's topic is, you want to say it?
Woo.
like I said, I feel some kind of way.
No,
so I'm gonna let her tell you
it's simple, but here it is. And help me with this, folks, if you can relate to this. But she's so busy, but what about me? And we're talking about that your partners out there.
Y'all already know.
Look, you got so much to do. I got to do this with my schedule, with my job, with my volunteer work. Got to do this with my kids, my friends, my relatives. And I'm just saying, what about me? All right, don't get so busy that you ain't got time for, who's number one. So we want to talk about that, because we've been having a lot of dialogue and I'm not putting it all on Rosa, but sometimes I get really busy with my stuff. There's things that's important to Sharyn that Sharyn's got to take care of too. And then you got Rosa, I got to do 19 things per day before I go to sleep at midnight, and it gets really hectic.
And it doesn't really get hectic for me, but maybe that's how you're feeling.
Look, because she's living her best life, and she's busy, and then every now and then.
Yeah, but I'm living my best life with you. So
Yeah, I know. One would say that. Hold on. One would say that, but how I'm feeling sometimes is that I'm on the list of her 19 things to do, and I'm not always making the top 5 or 10. So, yes, we are living at our best life. We're trying to, but there's times that I still feel a little underserved. And then I'm just like any good kid or grown up with kid tendencies. I pout.
She pouts quite often.
So that's what we're going to talk about today in our relationships, because here we are, and for all you out there who've been together for, 3, 5, 7, 9, 19, 35 years, I don't care how long you've been together, you get used to each other's rhythm. There's a norm that you set. All right, whether with or without permission or with or without notice, you set a norm. And that norm is whatever's normal for you. I get it. You get it, right?
Yes,
and then things start to happen. Other things keep coming in, flying in, invited in. You know what I mean? It just gets, sometimes it just gets crazy. And it it gets to the situation where I think, hey, baby, we really need to talk about this.
And we do. But can I say something?
Please do.
Okay. So
please do.
I agree with you in some aspects of that, because I do believe that I'm probably more busy than you would want me to be. But at the
Hold on. Wait a minute. We got that on tape, right? We got that. Wait a minute. Did you catch that? Please repeat it.
Wait, hold up. No, I'm not repeating it. But I must say, when you met me, I was busy. What was I into when you... Okay, and this is the thing. Hold up. No, I like doing a lot of different things. One thing for a long time bores me, and I try to do things to keep me from getting bored. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm doing stuff and when I sign up for stuff, it's kind of like, let me go try it out and see how I like it. Because some things I know is only going to last for like a week. Be like, even if I like the sport or the idea of doing what I'm doing, I may not like the people that I'm in there with, or I may not like, so something may turn me off and I may just be like, okay, I'm done. But, her whole thing is I volunteer. So I have a match. Hold up.
Okay.
I have a match that is an 87-year-old woman who needs a lot of attention. Number one, she has nobody else. Number two, like there's nobody coming to see her. And she lives by herself. So it's like she, when I get over there, I'm normally only going for one particular thing, maybe to take her grocery shopping, or, like last week, her phone, she needed to go to the phone place to get a new phone, whatever.
Right.
And that takes a while.
Right. It's always something.
I normally go for one thing, but when I get there, I feel so bad because she is so lonely. And I'm like, this is the only time she gets to really see somebody. And if I don't come for 2 more weeks, she's not going to see anybody for 2 more weeks. So I feel bad about that. I know I have a wife. I know she comes first. But at the same time, it's like other people, if you can be a blessing to them, then be that blessing at the time. I never know, when the last time is the last time for anybody,
Yeah.
I feel like I give my wife the attention that she needs. But apparently I don't.
Wait a minute. Okay. And that was a wonderful way to recapture one incident.
I have several.
Oh, you do. I'm not poo-pooing anything. And who would I say? I'm not getting in the way of anybody's blessings. You are a blessing to her, and she to you, and she's a wonderful person, and she needs you. I get that, but it's that plus this plus that plus that plus.
And you're right.
Right. Oh, today we gotta lay reefs on the,
And we will be doing that in
lay
December.
reefs on the military people, which is fine. We do that too. She's oh gee, I want to play volleyball. Oh gee, I gotta go jump rope with my friends. And now that I've jumped rope, now what's the other thing? Then I gotta run with the women who are running. And then when I finish that, I'm gonna do something else. And then I gotta have lunch with the people who used to work with me.
I gotta go skating.
And then she wants to go skating, and I'm like, guys, we've been very honest with you. There is a 17-year difference here. Not that it's all about that, but I'm tired sometimes. Sometimes I have just enough energy to make it through the day and do my little 1 or 2 errands. She's got to work, and she still has time to do 17 things and wants me to go with her for 15 of the 17 things.
Well, that to me is part of spending time, and inserting you also into my time. Like, I know I don't have a lot of time, but okay, if I got to go to the library and study for a class, then you can at least come to the library with me. Maybe you can be reading something else while I'm
That's
doing,
true.
I
That's
mean,
true.
it's
And
not
we try.
necessary. We
We
got
do.
to be spending time and talking to each other, but just maybe being close to one another, or just maybe being in the presence of each other, or in the same room. To me, that is time.
If it was just that simple, we wouldn't be talking about it today. So, okay, remember I live with you. Okay, I sleep with you. I know what's really going on, y'all. So look, back to me in the studio. So I'm not poo-pooing anything. Find your joy. If it brings you happiness, I wish it for you times two. But remember, we are in a relationship. And, we've gone through a lot of subjects this year. I think we got 52 tapes out. Remember months and months ago when we were talking about the 5 languages of love? Come on, guys, tell me.
Languages.
The 5, the 5 love languages, words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, physical touch, and receiving gifts. Now, if you can't remember them, chances are you're not doing them, or that you do them so often that you're probably it's already there. You just do it
natural,
automatically.
yeah.
That you know your partner knows you. So here it is. Not to put her on the spot, but I just repeated what they were. Right, Rosa? What are 2 of my love languages? Okay, and
Definitely words of affirmation.
She knows that. That's a big one for me. You need to tell me that I'm doing okay, and if I'm not doing okay, let me know why where I'm missing the mark at with you. You need to say it, because I have many talents, but reading your mind is not one of them.
You know what? With that one, because I like to spend time together and do things like that. I'm not in the habit, and I think it's an adult thing. Like for me, I feel like adults are adults. Like, we don't have to groom them anymore. That's stuff you tell children every day. Like, you're doing well. You did, even though you got a B, next time we're just going to do it differently and try it this way to see if you can get an A. Like, you kind of groom them towards, doing better. When you become adults, my wife want to hear every day her hair looks nice 5 times a day. She wants to hear she looking cute in her jeans or her pants that she have on. She wants to, when I walk in, to say, "Oh, the house is so beautiful because you mopped the floor." Like, I don't expect you to say those things to me. So
but we're not talking about what you need and what I need. Know. 2 different things.
I know, but this is where I'm going with it. This is where I'm going with it. So I don't expect those things. So it's hard for me to bring them up when I don't, because I'm a person that I do unto others as I want others to do unto me. Sure. That's not one of the things I would need others to do unto me. So I have to think about it when I have, and I'm like, okay, maybe she wants me to say this, so let me say this. So and I do say stuff from time to time, not as often as she would like for me to. I'm trying to work on that.
Don't need it from a stranger. Don't need it from the neighbors. Don't need it from family members. But I do need it from my wife, because she is my world. It's simple that she's the first thing in the morning, last thing at night. And I mean, a stranger can come up and say, "Oh, wow, you look terrible. I don't even know you. I have no emotional investment in you. So keep it moving." Rosa,
be mad about the stranger.
But when Rosa says, "Babe, you really look good," I feel like, I
just said it.
And you do
Friday. We had date night.
What? Date night?
See, we doing stuff. She's just trying to act like we not.
No, maybe we're not doing it. Wait. Okay, look, we got a lot of things to cover, and we try not to go over our 30 minutes, but here we go. Let me stay on track.
We're haven't talking been about very good
but that's
the
all
last
right.
couple of videos.
No, because we have so much. It's just so much to talk about. Yeah. We don't believe that longer makes it better. We don't need to talk for an hour about stuff, but you might sometime need to hear something in 15-minute bite-sized pieces, and we surely don't think that what we're saying is so deep that the world needs to stop and you need to hear Sharyn and Rosa. But the things that we do talk about, we try to just put it out there to you, tell you how we're dealing with it, and we invite you to tell us how you're dealing with it also.
Correct.
So let me again, I don't want to get sidetracked. I'm still talking about the 5 love languages, just as a quick recap, and not to put Rosa on the spot, because we do not rehearse these shows. I never know what's going to come out of Rosa's mouth, nor does she know what I'm going to say. But when I'm talking about those 5 love languages, I just said, just to give you a reference point, one of the other things that I like out of the 5 is physical touch.
Physical touch. I was gonna say that.
And she knows that. Like, again, we're not strangers. We're hitting 6 years.
Yeah, but when you say physical touch, babe, I'm always touching you if we're together. Now,
Sharyn, I need more. I want more,
Sharyn
sir. More.
Sharyn has her own room in the house.
And what's wrong with that?
Where she can go, she watches her movies, read her books, play
it's my office.
Her words with friends, whatever she doing. Okay, in her office. I can't really get comfortable in there. Don't know why, and I think it's more I don't like leather sofa, and we have a leather couch in there, because I just feel like I don't want it sticking to my skin. So anywho.
We're going to blame it on the sofa?
That's not the whole thing. I just can't get comfortable in there for whatever reason, because it's sharing space, And
that's okay.
And I just think it's her space. Now, if I do go in there and we watch something together, I sit close to her. I may, throw my legs on her lap, or lean on her. I'm always touching. Like, if we're together, I'm always
like
touching.
it.
So I know she's not going there. Now, my whole thing is, if that's what you need, then you need to come to the room where I am. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. And I do. And I do.
Like,
but
work with me here.
Okay, well, we don't want to get hung up on that, but so here it is.
We hung up on it already.
Well, the point of today, evidently we are hung up. You are so silly today. But today's, talk is about, being with your spouse, your partner, your loved one, your sugar, your sweetie. And, their schedule is sometimes so dynamic. You kind of walk around like, what about me? You know what I mean? Of course, we have 2 children. You got parents that live on the East Coast. Our family is split on, is bi-coastal right now. And daughter just started college. Okay, so... there's so much movement going on, and then with her 95 charities, and I just found 5 more things to donate time to. I'm looking like we have to have the conversation. As she'll like, well, I sent that to you, or look at my calendar, or whatever, and then I would put a few things on my calendar, maybe medical related or some other stuff, or when's the next jackpot going to turn over at Valley View Casino. Those things are important to me. So so she's asked me about my calendar, and then when we're trying to just plan a weekend getaway, just 2.5 days. It goes somewhere. It's like, I can't do it that way. Well, that's what I'm teaching. Now that, and I'm doing this, and I'm up the coast, and I'm down here, and I got to go see the kids, and that, and I'm like, brings me back to, what about me? I don't think that I'm high maintenance. She's going to hate when I say this, but I don't ask for much. So I find it peculiar that I got to make an appointment sometime, to get with my wife. And
I find it peculiar that some people are in la la land with reality when they say they don't ask for much. Because I'm like, have you seen yourself lately? You should write down all of the stuff you asked for and then look back and see if you asked for much. Because I think you do.
Well, with some people, just 3 things may be too much of you. Everyone is at a different stage but
that's not what we're
a different state of readiness to give of themselves. I'm not saying it about me and her. I think we do very good with that. But I'm saying, who defines what too much is? Too much is any time when I say I don't want to do anything else. It's just too much. Now,
but what do I ask for? Because I don't feel like I asked for anything.
Oh,
really.
You want me? Oh, I tell you what you asked me. You asked me to be okay with everything and just let you do what you need to do. And I'm just like, I don't think that's a bad thing. I just want to make sure that I'm still in the top 10 or the top 5. Okay? That, when we say we're going to go on date night, that we don't keep pushing it back, and we are going to go to date night. If you like yesterday, Rosa had this big, double dutch thing, and a lot of black women came together and had fun, and they were doing all kinds of things.
People came down from Inglewood. So
Inglewood.
We had a good time.
It was a wonderful time, but I'm expected to want to go and have the appropriate attitude too.
Well, I knew it was going to be quite a while, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to be gone.
It blew my whole Saturday.
Why don't you come with me? That way, even when we're talking about it, I don't have to be like, okay, so it was this one girl, she was really nice, but like I'm explaining stuff to her, trying to get her to be part of it. and it's draining to me. So just come and enjoy it too.
And I did, and I had a good time, as Rosa will tell you.
People I didn't even meet.
Right. Well, I'm very personable. I never met a stranger. Never met a stranger. Okay. So the point is, and surely I don't want to sound like I am complaining or you are. All I'm saying is I've had to change some things when, like I can do 5 different things and I don't need you to be with me. As a matter of fact, I enjoy some alone time. I'm really good with that. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but I can do this by myself and I will be home around between 3 and 4.
You cannot do stuff by yourself. You can do 5 things, but 3 of them will involve me some way, somehow. She'll come out to instance. Let me give y'all for instance.
I don't know if we want to talk. No. I don't know if I want to
come out. Let's say she come out to the backyard and starts, I don't know, planting plants.
Replanting
plants.
Somebody's got to do
whatever it is she's doing in the backyard. She'll get partway through it and then need my help to do something. I can come out in the backyard and do everything that I planned on doing and never call Sharyn. I put my music on, I go do what I gotta do, and I'm just working. Like everything that she does, the 5 things she's talking about she can do by herself, 3 of them will involve me.
So what's your point?
My point is, you're saying that you don't need to involve me. You can do whatever you want to do by yourself, and then I'm
with some things, yeah. But if it comes down to a thing,
but I'm saying I don't involve you in my stuff.
Well, maybe the things you do is so minor, it only needs one person. I'm telling you.
Like you doing major stuff?
Wait, if I'm trying to lift something that weighs 125 pounds, which I should not be doing because y'all know I just had surgery, or whatever, I'm just not the person to be rolling that.
No, you just don't think that there's another way. I think that there's another way. I'm like, Sharyn can't really lift this either because she has bad back. Let me go to the garage and look for something that can wheel this over to where I need it to be. So I look for certain things that I don't need help with. She just don't see another way of doing it but trying to lift it. And it's like, no, just put it on a dolly and let the dolly roll it down to where you need it.
Okay.
She don't get all that.
Good point.
I'm just saying.
That's not true. Good point. So as you guys can see, we may have a couple of wrinkles here that we need to iron out because it's all about your perception of things. I'm saying I don't, that I do a lot of stuff, without her. She says that I can't do stuff without her. I don't,
stuff you can't do.
I even ask, in my mind, I said, as long as I can wash my own car and don't need, stuff like that. I'm gonna be, God willing, I'm gonna be 95 years old washing my own car.
And she washing her car, it be streaked up. Like she don't even.
Is that the issue? That's it. But at least I get it washed.
No, you do get it washed, but I'm just saying.
Sometimes it has streaks. Okay, but that's okay. But it works with my spirit that I'm still washing my own car, or do your own laundry, whatever. So what we're talking about today is your partner, your significant other being so very busy that sometimes you feel a little left out. Sometimes I think she forgets to prioritize things. I know I'm very important to her as she is to me, but there's times where there's weeks that go by and then I'm like, well, when we going to have time together? Do I need to make an appointment just to have dinner with my wife? You read about other people in relationships. They say as a norm, whoever they are, if you're fortunate that you can have 2 meals together a day with your partner or 3 or none. So in my head and with her schedule, I try to at least have 1 meal with her a day. 1 meal. You know what I mean? And, because that's the time you get to talk and they tell me how your day was and those kind of things. With her schedule being is all over the place, I try to fit in where I fit in. So now now that you're allowed to go back on campus, I say, well, let me get into the schedule of surprising her and have lunch with her once a month or something like that, just so we could spend that kind of time together. Does that make sense?
So it does make sense to a degree. But at the same time, I think Sharyn is minimizing a lot of the stuff that she involves me with. She always, just about always, if I know it takes me, let's just say I know it takes me an hour to get dressed. So let's say I want to lay in bed until I know it takes me an hour. If I know that hour I need to get dressed and I get up and start getting dressed, Sharyn may need me to do something for 10 to 15 minutes of my hour. So now I got to cut corners, tell her either no or I'm late. So it's like it's the small things. Like she want me to sponge her hair. Like I can't get this side. Can you get that side? Well, learn to get that side so I don't have to be involved. Like I don't ask her to pick my hair out when I need it picked. And some days I don't feel like picking it, but I got to do something. So I try to work it out and deal with just me. Her daily life, she wants to involve me in something that I know she can do. And that's the whole, I get like, okay, she's grown.
Women.
Yeah. Like she's grown. And when I was saying earlier at the beginning of the segment, I just feel like grown people shouldn't need small things or help unless, they're getting to a point where it's a health thing or something like that. If I know she can, open up a jar of mayonnaise.
Can I say this?
Then it.
We are overdue for therapy, and now you all know why. So here it is. I'm not saying to take sides.
We're going to go to therapy.
We are. But do you really hear what's going on?
No, but I think, because you're saying, oh, Rosa don't spend time, and Rosa has this, that, and the other.
No, you do spend time, but not enough.
I do stuff, and I do stuff in small segments for her that is like, she wears me out in those small times. Like, now I got to rush and do what I got to do for me. Like, everything Sharyn does for herself. She'll pick out her clothes, get dressed, nobody else. Even when the kids were here, I had to get me together, get them together, and then she still want me to do something for her. It's like, come on. Like, you grown. Like, that's what I'm saying. Before she went natural, I was curling her hair like every other day. Like,
but what's the big deal? I mean, who else hair are you going to curl?
Nobody's here, but when I got things I need to do for me,
they say
curling
make sure
hair takes about 30 to 40 minutes out your time.
They say end with a compliment. Let me end with a compliment. My wife has skills. She's got serious life skills. If you need a tree chopped down, Rosa can do it. If you need your hair curled, Rosa can do it. If you need a mean banana pudding, Rosa can do it. So the fact that I've seen so many of your wide range of talents, yes, I do tap into them sometime. I try to not overdo it.
For the banging over there, but my rude neighbor is doing
constructing
something.
a house or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead.
But yeah, I know he drives me crazy too. But so what we're saying is, as you can hear in the last 27 minutes, maybe there's some things that we need to still work out. So that one doesn't feel like what they're doing is less important than what the other wants to do. I think we do a pretty good job of giving each other enough space. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I say, babe, Tuesday is all mine. I'll be back when I be back, and I should be home by 5 before you get home. Okay, babe, do you want to go out dinner that night or the next night? Making sure like, okay, we're not going to have dinner tonight, but what about tomorrow? We just won't be able to eat together because her schedule is whatever. And that's okay with me. I say yes to her so much, I didn't know no was a possibility.
You know what? You always coming up with something. But I must say, from August to the end of October, beginning of November, my job picks up in a different way. So I get more busy and I'm working weekends,
right?
Sometimes late days, like if I gotta, talk to a school, the students can't all get together until it's, later in the day. So it doesn't start to 5. Yeah. But I'm saying, right, and I know you don't, but I'm saying sometimes, we can't get together and eat or do things because I gotta, my schedule has changed just a bit. But when it dies down a little bit, I mean, some things will come off my plate. And the fact that, I don't do too much stuff in the wintertime. So if it gets too cold, I'm not really doing too much outside anyway. That's just not who I am. I stay cold.
It's interesting. The fact that we're living together and that we see our lives so very differently. It's just interesting.
That's very interesting.
There's times I wake up and just say, who are you? Who are you? Like I have married an alien. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to get out of this for the day because evidently we got some work to do. And what we want to leave you with, if you will, is people out there where you're dating and, I'm talking to all our friends in lesbian land. It is important for you to create those moments with your mate. And
that's true.
And include them into your day. There's you know what I mean? If the person, like if she's got to travel 150 miles outside of town, I'm going to ride with her because I don't want my wife out there by herself. Just like she doesn't want me out here by myself. The other last week to show you that I'm growing in a different way. She's inviting me to grow in a different way. I've always been an independent woman. As a matter of fact, I think that's part of my charm. Well, now, and the fact that I've allowed myself to need another human being, it's like maybe I've picked the wrong one. But that can't be true because I love my brother.
It might be true.
No, it's like not. I mean, I ain't like I'm telling you got to feed me my cereal or make my oatmeal, and you
not now. It's coming.
So I will admit to this. I came home because you're so honest with your sweetie, or should be, and I said, babe, I came from the casino, and it wasn't late. It wasn't even 10 o'clock at night, but it's dark now. I got in from the casino. I came home, and I said, babe, I think it's getting worse. I'm really having trouble seeing at night. You know, like, I mean, it's just part of the aging process. Some people can drive into their 90s, their 80s, or shouldn't, but do. I'm not going to be one of those people. I said, if it ever gets to a point where I don't see well at night, I'm going to ask Rosa to take me and give her the keys to the car. You know what I mean? So I am reality based. That's what I'm saying. You know, when I hope that doesn't come upon me, and I would never want to feel needy with my wife. But I just think what the nugget is today is that I do think Rosa has incredible carte blanche to doing whatever she wants to do. I just want to make sure that she prioritizes and don't forget about me. It's okay being busy, because who isn't busy? That's just the nature of our culture today. Everyone's multitasking 25 different things, all right? But don't forget who brought you to the dance. You know, you're my babe. And, you know, and let's just try to make it better. You know, I don't think we have a problem, but I do think if left unattended, it could become a little a bugaboo.
Well, we're definitely having conversations about it. I'm sorry, my dog is scared from the noise next door, so I gotta pick her up.
Yeah.
And this is
I'm
Nina
sorry.
Simone. Everybody.
Nina Simone, say hello. Yes, our dog name is Nina Simone.
That Nina Simone. But yes,
You forgot what you were going to say.
Yeah, I forgot because I was talking about my neighbor. He's driving me crazy. But
making time for each other.
Yeah, I think because we're having the conversation, you know, that is helping, and you know, and you all allowing us to vent today, sorta.
Right. Right.
It helps out a lot too. So I definitely appreciate that. I appreciate you all being, you know, that air for us.
Yeah.
And we love to hear your feedback.
Oh yeah, y'all gonna tear us up on this one because this got a little personal. You know, but they're all personal. If you're being real and you're being genuine. Well, of course, yeah, everything that we're talking about, of course, is personal because it's happening to us. But we just don't want it to become problematic. And when we do,
Absolutely.
you know, it was kind of like to try to slide as a reminder those 5 love languages. If you need a refresher, go look them up again. But I'll just tell you, they are words of affirmations. Is you know, when you're celebrating a person through words, you're doing good, you're looking good. Oh, I love it when you wear blue. I love it when you clean up the kitchen. Whatever you need to do, you know, quality time together, and I mean quality time. You know, quality time could be something as simple as looking at a movie together. You know, we go back and forth about, you know, oh, why you like them old movies? I like them old movies because I'm old. You know, and Rosa usually won't look at stuff that's not Afrocentric. So I get that. So I got to look at Friday and what's the movie? And the 5 Heartbeats. I've now seen them 19 times with Rosa. Acts of service. I'm being dramatic. Acts of service, physical touch. But this is my babe. You know, and I think I like physical touch more than she does. I mean, she's good, but I'm like all the time. And receiving gifts. You ain't got to give me nothing but your attention. Mm-hmm. You ain't got to give me nothing but your best act. And I don't need anything. I really, really don't. Matter of fact, I don't receive gifts well. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so if you can, you know, we're going to leave you with that, some things to think about. Give us a line. Let us know your thoughts on today's segment. And as always, we are wishing you the very best.
Of all good things. Stay safe and stay woke. And thank you for listening today. We love you.